Good morning, everyone. Today is day 5 of this whole backpacking trip. We're going to be exploring more of London, and to start, we will be going to Camden Market, which is somewhat similar to Borough Market, but it's an outdoor market, and other than that, I don't know too much, but hopefully we can find some really good street food. It is a Sunday, so there may be a lot of tourists, or just people in general, I guess. But we will see when we get there. Same outfit, new day. At least it's not raining, it's just cloudy, so we got lucky on that. But again, we're here at Camden Market. It is all open and outside, unlike Borough Market where you were shoulder to shoulder with everyone. But the good thing about that is, it was raining and you had a big roof over your head, so you weren't getting wet. Here, if it's raining, you're kind of screwed because there's no roofs, but it allows you to be more open and not be like so shoulder to shoulder with people. But anyway, our opinion so far, after being here for like 30 minutes, it's kind of like a boardwalk type vibe, although I kind of think it's actually cooler than Borough Market a little bit because there's much more little things to see. There's a river that kind of reminds me of what we're going to see in Amsterdam. There's people canoeing. There's a bunch of brick. There's a bunch of unique shops. There's a ton of different streets. It's way more like diverse than the typical thing we saw at Borough Market. But anyway, as far as the opinion, it's a tiny bit negative just because, again, it's somewhat of like a boardwalk. So there's just like what seems to be like cheap counterfeit clothing and shoes mainly. Like you see the fake Gucci bags, you see the fake like designer shirts and like shoes and stuff. But as far as the jewelry and the food, it's like a little expensive, but it seems to be very quality in that aspect. And we saw some amazing jewelry. There are hundreds of shops here. There's probably like 300 shops here, and a lot of them are very like similar, but you will find exactly what you're looking for here if you are searching for a certain type of food or clothing or jewelry. Just be careful if you are a tourist and you think everything is real, because it's probably overpriced and presented to you as being real. So there's obviously a ton of food here at the Camden Market, but if you want to find some deals, then just go onto Uber Eats, select the pickup filter, and then click offers. And here you can see that we're going to be getting 4 double burgers for 20 pounds. And anywhere else you would find could be $15 per burger. So we're making out really good, and it's really close to us. So use Uber Eats to your advantage. They're always doing offers. Also, Mom, I'm talking to you. I'm sorry I don't smile more in the videos. I am really happy. It's just kind of hard for me to show my emotion, I guess, when I'm talking. I don't know, but I love you, and I will try to smile more.
Very happy, and we're also sitting by a window where we can people watch and kind of just sit and relax because our feet and legs really hurt. And we're just like kind of getting a little bit tired of this congestion of crowds, so we're just gonna be heading over to Regent Park after we're done eating and drinking our shake. So yeah, we're ready to leave now.
little bit of a crazy interaction we just had leaving the park. We saw KSI running. Very famous person. I think he has 25 million subscribers on YouTube. And right now he's like a boxer and songwriter, but very famous. That was pretty cool. But we are about to head on a double-decker bus over to, I forget,
the St. Pancras Hotel to see one of the scenes. That was one of the first scenes in Harry Potter, which was the Leaky Cauldron bar.
Yeah. See you when we get there.
So I guess I messed up on the directions. I thought, well, chat said that the Leaky Cauldron scene in Harry Potter was here, but I guess it isn't. It's at the Leand Hall Market. And we were there yesterday, but we didn't stay long because it was all closed. So, I mean, at least we're in the area of the King's Cross station, so I guess we're just gonna make a 5 to 10 minute walk to that place. So yeah, it's starting to rain a little bit, but all good. I'm just gonna keep the day going.
After we left the train station, we've been just kind of like looking for things to do. The British Museum is closed. It's starting to rain a little bit, so we just took the longest double-decker bus route that we could take. So we're going to Trafalgar Square, which we've already been to. We still haven't been to Covent Garden and the Soho area. And we want to take the London Eye and do somewhat of like the, you know, the tour up there, and then climb Big Ben and also go to the British Museum. So those are 3 excursions that we want to do. And then, yeah, we still want to visit Soho and Covent Garden, but just hanging out on the bus right now. Pretty happy on these buses, just being in the front of a double-decker bus, just looking around rather than walking all day. And, you know, again, it's only like $2, so wish we would have utilized the buses a little bit more in the beginning because they're just more fun than the subway. But yeah, doing all right. This day's flying by. We're probably not going to be able to watch the Super Bowl tonight because it starts at like 12, and every single night we're like, we need sleep, and I still have homework to do. Still need to apply for internships and stuff like that, but doing the most we can.
We are currently at the Arches right now. We stopped to pick up a butterbeer at one of those Harry Potter stores. Honestly, they're mostly all scams, and one of the ones that we went into, all of the stickers were peeling off of the item, so I was like, okay, like it's all they're charging like $20 for something that's like peeling off that you could buy from like Alibaba or something. This tastes bad. This is the butterbeer. This tastes like burnt butter. It's supposed to be butterscotch flavor sparkling soft drink. It tastes like the worst thing ever. And the one that we got at the Harry Potter studio was like literally life changing. It was the best thing I've ever had in my entire life. I would buy millions of dollars worth of that butterbeer. I swear to God. This is the most disgusting thing I've ever tried in my entire life. Am I still gonna drink it? Yeah, because I paid for it. But am I gonna be happy drinking it? No.
We are leaving Soho right now. The restaurant we were just at was called Green King, and we took advantage of their Sunday special. We really wanted to try the beef Wellington because obviously that's something that we should get. It was also only like $15, $14 here, but they were out of beef. It's only like 7 p.m. right now, so we expected they would have it. But anyway, we got the chicken wings and like a roast half chicken meal, and like Probably top 5, top 3 best chicken I've ever had.
Best meal.
Fell off the bone. It was so good. The wings were amazing.
It was a lot of food.
It was so much chicken, but yeah, it was like
it was a whole chicken.
$35 for wings and the whole chicken meal. It was amazing. Soho. We only got to walk around a little bit, but now we're just gonna hop on more buses and just explore, I guess, because what we didn't know is when you tap on a bus, you actually have unlimited rides within that hour.
Yeah.
So we've been kind of just using one because we don't want to pay again, but we just need to keep riding around. So who knows where we'll go right now? We'll let you know.
Yo, Jax and I are gonna go crazy tonight. You don't even want to know the stuff that we're gonna buy with this $20. I don't even want to know what I'm gonna buy with this $20. Check it out. I Spy. You want to go back to the Harry Potter? Found this on the street and I'm like, yo, $20? Pick that up. Is it real? I don't know, but $20 is $20. Yeah. And yeah, we are going towards the London Bridge now on a double-decker bus, so we'll stay tuned for that. Who knew London would be this beautiful? We are so exhausted. We had a really nice time seeing the London Tower again, and such an amazing night. I mean, now it's not raining as much, and it's just kind of misting, which I'm expecting is going to be doing every single day. But yeah, we're really tired. We both want to shower, clean up, and go to bed, but we just arrived to Covent Garden and it's a rainy day again. We had a pretty late start to our day because it was a Super Bowl, so we went to bed very late, and we also did plan on sleeping in, but we did sleep in until 2 and now we're out. It's 3 o'clock. So there's a lot of nice shopping areas, and I'm glad that we can kind of be inside an area since it is raining. But yeah, we'll take you through that.
So that you can say
Covent Garden now. It does remind us of Borough Market in the way where there is a roof. Since it rains a ton in London, this is so nice to have. We didn't as much exploring as we could have. There's only about 3 walkways and all of them contain basically the same thing. It's all just like chocolate and sweet shops. And then there are some stands that have some clothing and jewelry, which we thought was really nice, but we don't really plan on buying anything here. So we're going to be getting a bus down to Soho since it's a lot bigger and we can explore a lot more. And then hopefully there we can like do a little walking around and then go into a cafe and do some homework and just kind of relax for the rest of the time. We are going to be planning on going on a day trip tomorrow, so keep you posted with how that's going to be looking. But yeah, relax inside and hopefully get a cup of coffee to wake us up. Almost to Soho. Welcome to Chinatown. You can tell we're here because of all the amazing red lanterns right up above me. So our first stop today was the Buckingham Palace. It started at 11 o'clock with the guard change. It's really cool, honestly, to see the guards, and they're all marching around. Really amazing stuff. But would I give it like a really high rating? Probably not, because you're like toe-to-toe with people. It's kind of compact. I can't really see much. I'm like 5'6" in these shoes. I can't really see much. Jackson was able to see stuff, but I couldn't see anything. You have to pretty much get there at 9:30, 10 to even get a good spot. I mean, there's people on the fountains, people pressed up on the gates. Those are probably like the best spots to get, but since we came exactly at 11, we couldn't get any good spots besides maybe seeing the guards walk out of the fence. But other than that, I mean, it's cool to see, maybe to stop by for like in the area, but other than that, I mean, not the best thing that we've done with our morning. So we are now on our way to the British Museum. There's 8 million artifacts there. Some people say that you can spend a couple days there, and then some others say that you need to spend at least a couple hours there. We're just going to do the couple of hours because this is our last day. So hopefully we'll see a lot of cool and interesting stuff there for the UK history.
On our way to the British Museum right now, as Sophia said, but just another thing about Buckingham Palace. You have to assume that every single person here is a tourist. I mean, it's a Tuesday at 11 a.m. So obviously you would think everyone is kind of at work right now. So just with all the tourists being here, there's just a lot of pushing. The one guy next to me was talking to the guard for a while, saying that a guy punched him. The guards are kind of mean. They're just like, they pick you out and just keep telling you to move or whatever. They have a job to do, but yeah, it's just pretty hectic. There's people like sitting on everyone's shoulders and you just can't really get a good view. I mean, I can, but not everyone is like 6'5" in these shoes. But yeah, I would say the coolest thing is probably just looking at these horses, even though this one horse just like threw up right in front of us. It was so weird, but yeah, let's go to the British Museum. Let's get inside. It was cool. The music is amazing. I just want to look at their cool hats and like, you know, these guns and stuff. But yeah, not to sound disrespectful here, but it's just a little overrated and super stressful with all this tourism here. One more time before we leave, just to reiterate, if you want to go to Buckingham Palace, just make sure you are one of those people that get here like an hour or two early, because if you don't, it's not really worth it. Again, because you're going to be pushing people. You're not going to see anything unless you're super tall, and it's just going to be stressful. So it definitely is worth it for the music and, you know, the history and looking at the guards and stuff. But if you're not going to get here a few hours early and make the commitment, then just don't come.
Jackson and I are in the ancient Egypt artifact section. This is so huge, so many sculptures, and it's not 8 million British artifacts, it's 8 million artifacts from all around the world. So Jax and I are gonna have a long time here checking everything out.
So we're almost done with London. Very sad. We will be on our way to Paris tomorrow, but cutting off from the last video, we were in the British Museum and we walked around for maybe an hour or two. It was obviously really cool and everything was surreal, especially like the Egyptian stuff and the ancient Greece, different artifacts, but we were kind of just wanting to see the city more, so we left pretty early and we headed to a bank to exchange like an old 20-pound note that we found on the floor. They didn't take it. They said it was fake. That was a little disappointing, but we thought we found free money. It was fake. And then after that, we went to King's Cross Station, or it was actually St. Pancras International. And we were going to buy, online, it said that we could get the 2-seat reservations from St. Pancras International to Paris Nord, but when we got there, they said it was sold out. It's been sold out for like a month. So the only option that we could do if we wanted to get to Paris within the next like week was to get a train tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Lille, France. And then from there, we will take another train from there into Paris. Paris is gonna be magical. It's gonna be Valentine's Day weekend. Apparently that's when the college kids' break semester is, so it's gonna be pickpocket central. It's gonna be so many people, hopefully some great memories. We just have to be really careful. But I will talk about our final review of London a little later. Just wanted to showcase this area, which is where we watched the Super Bowl, and it actually looks like a student trip right now, and they're just like spray painting. So cool. But yeah, a little upset. I mean, pretty upset we're leaving London. We actually really liked it here. I guess I can just do the review right now. I mean, I think that it's like a 9.3, 9.4. We felt really normal here and welcome, and we did all the public transportation. We figured it out pretty easily. Obviously, everything's in English, so it's gonna be much nicer here than it will be in like France or Germany, trying to figure out all the different language barriers. But London was amazing. There's so much history. Every car was like a Mercedes or a BMW or a Bentley. Everyone was dressed super nice. It was just super clean and unique and like respectable. It definitely lived up to the hype a lot, and there's so much to do. You can hop on a train or a bus and just go into like a completely different world wherever you choose to go. So we loved London a lot. Definitely a place that we'll come back to. We're gonna be going on the London Eye Ferris wheel right now to do our final like tour. The only thing that we didn't really do is like go to Bath or Stonehenge or climb the Big Ben Tower or going up to the Tower Bridge. That's only like 10 pounds each, so we should have done that. But today has been a little bit hectic, and we thought we would be spending a lot of time in the British Museum, but again, like, it's hard when you're leaving a city to be like in a museum, knowing in Paris we'll be in all these extravagant museums and stuff with all the art. I feel like we rather look at like art than kind of like artifacts, maybe. I'm not sure exactly yet what we're really looking for. I'm probably talking too long, but London was amazing. If you're considering going, I would plan for 5 to 6 days. Do a day trip, or yeah, I would say 6 days, do a day trip to Cambridge over Oxford. Oxford's amazing, but probably just go to Cambridge. It's a perfect day trip. And then the Harry Potter Warner Bros. Studio, and then 4 or 5 days in London. The main places you want to hit are probably Borough Market, Camden Market, Lockton Market, Soho for sure, and kind of just like Westminster Abbey, Trafalgar Square, the Waterloo area. There's a lot to visit. Plan it out well. don't try to walk everywhere. Just take a double-decker bus. You want to hop on it anyway. So it'll only be like $1 and you can ride around for like an hour. Some of our best times were just riding around on the bus, knowing that like we had nowhere really to be, but we could just be in the top of like the double-decker, just looking out, just sitting, not walking 30,000 steps a day, and just enjoying our time there, people watching. I'm really sad to leave. London, like, it might be my favorite place out of the whole trip, and the trip barely started. Yeah, it's sad, but please come to London. It's amazing. It's better than New York, way better than New York. No offense to anyone in New York, but this place is way more clean, and I guess that could be like the main thing. And everyone here is just like, again, super like, it looks like super wealthy, but humble and nice. And there's so much like unique culture, and yeah, it's a great starting point if you want to become like an international traveler. So if you're in the United States and you want to, you know, start traveling Europe and stuff, definitely go to London first, because it'll get you used to other public transportation or just like different types of cultures and stuff, while having the benefit of everything still being in English. So I guess every other place in the UK too, but London's a great place. I'll let Sophia speak next.
Currently in the London Eye, where you get the best views of the city, and this is just the best way to end our trip. I would honestly suggest doing this the last day that you're here, best views. And also, we booked it for 5:45, which it's all night, all the lights of the city are on. Honestly, the best time to go, in my opinion. And overall, the city of London has been so amazing to us. Everybody is super nice. Everybody is super conscious about people with allergies. I mean, Jackson doesn't even have to ask about any allergens. They ask you right away, or they'll have it posted with QR codes or just written out for you, which is super nice. And I love it. It's still like a chaotic feel of a city, but it's not trashy. It doesn't smell bad. So many boats around us. Everybody's super lively. Everybody's super happy all the time. It's just like the city that you want to be in. And super rich, honestly. Everybody drives the nicest cars here. Everybody looks all put together. Everybody's hair looks super nice. And again, everybody's just happy here. It's just a nice, happy place. We have not had one weird encounter with like a pickpocketer, even though we were reading up on people possibly pickpocketing us. We never had a weird encounter of someone when we were looking at our maps being like, oh, yo, do you need help, like where you're going, and just like randomly touch us and then steal something from us. Everybody just kind of keeps to themselves, but they're also really nice to you in that way of just not getting all up in your personal space. There still are just like the tourists that kind of get in your way on the street when you're walking, so you have to like keep your eyes up the whole time, because someone will obviously bump into you if you look down. But again, this is definitely one of my favorite cities. I feel like Jackson and I fit in really well here. Again, it's English, so we don't have to take months of learning a new language just to fit in with the culture. We can easily immerse ourselves in here, and it's just an accent that we could get a hold of, and they obviously talk so much more proper. They sound really elegant with the way that they talk, and I feel like even just like being here for a week, you can just become so much smarter overall just with the way that they talk. They don't really talk in like weird slang or like brain rot. They just are very smart and put together people. And I just really want to, at least live here at some point. We really haven't went to all the other areas outside of London, but at least with being in London, so many food places you can pick from. You can easily be vegan or vegetarian here. A lot of curry food that we've noticed, which I don't really mind at all. I mean, I love curry food. It's super tasty. And they also, weirdly enough, have a lot of fast foods like KFC. And it still is like touristy in that way of like selling I Love London t-shirts and stuff. But yeah, you can easily avoid that. It's not like it's on every single street. And again, just such a nice city. You can easily get a hold of it, especially if you're from America or your first language is English. It's really easy to immerse yourself in a different country without feeling so out of place. And again, everybody here is super nice compared to a lot of the other cities that we've been to, like mostly like Philly and New York, where people are honestly just so rude to you. But yeah, again, I would give this a 9.4. Maybe I'll give that a higher rating after this whole trip when we get to our final ratings. But overall, I love this country. I love the city that we were in, and 11 out of 10 would recommend coming here for sure. And we see the Big Ben and House of Parliaments.